Hi everyone, and welcome along to today's video. Now, you all know how I love home security products. It's the most important thing to have these days, isn't it? Good home security, and for that end we want good cameras. And one of my favourite manufacturers of cameras, I've got some from these guys going way back to maybe 6-7 years old, that are still working and performing admirably. So when a new one comes out, I like to actually get this thing up as quick as I can to show you the latest one. That is this one, and if you take a look at that there, you can see it is a battery one with a fantastic life on it. We're talking about 7 months of battery life for one charge, so we haven't even really got to plug this in except for charging it up just once in that time. So this is going to save you on your energy bill, as well as being a great device for your home security. So let's open the books, let's open the box and take a look at it, shall we? Let's open the box then, take that bit out. Here we have all our instructions and so forth. Put those down there, cameras in here, and we'll pull this out, but I'm going to put the camera down and get it out because I need 2 hands. There we have everything out of the box then. Charger lead, fixing kit, and the actual camera itself. And as you can see, this is a pan, tilt and full turn camera to cover just about every angle on your garden, frontage or office, home building, wherever you plan to have this mounted. First of all then, I'm going to charge her up, ready for use, and as you can see there's a power switch there, and a USB cord goes in here. So I'm going to give it a good charge and then we'll give it a good test out. Here we are then, just plugged in the USB now. Let's give it its time to get fully charged up. We're all charging. Now if, like me, you prefer to use an SD card, it goes in here. Now it's got an SD card reset on there, that is that button there. Alright, and we've got to take these 2 screws out and stick the card in. Just so you know, the SD card, there's a slot. I've taken the little plate off now, so you can see exactly where the card goes in there. I have my card here handy, and I always use the SD card. I prefer it to the cloud storage system. You have to pay for that, don't you? So that's going to go in there, put that back on, and we'll be ready to go. Let's look at the main important specs of this camera. Okay, first, as I said at the very beginning, is that the 210-day battery life, which means you can virtually leave it for 7 months. And the fact it's 2K, it's great, and the 360-degree panoramic view, the rechargeable battery, and the 2K resolution. Obviously, the other main things is the tilt and pan. You can see right round the 340-degree pan and 65-degree tilt. It's also got the colour night vision if you want it. Weatherproof, it's fully weatherproof resistant, and I can prove to these cameras, I've had these cameras sent to me for 5 years, different models, and the one that is 5 or 6 year old is still going out there. Oh yes. Like the active defense, you can figure an alarm to go off on the actual camera from your phone if you want. You get instant notifications, and a high fidelity 2-way talk if you want to use it to talk to the postman or whatever, parcel man at the door, leave a parcel or whatever. You can leave a message as well, so that it activates to do that as well for you. And lastly, the voice assistants, Google and Alexa. I think we want those these days, don't we? Fixing this camera is very, very simple. There is a little template if you want to use it for the holes in the packet, and you can see you can screw it up that way, face up onto something, or you can screw it back to wall that way. So it's quite good in that respect. So you're saying, well, if it's screwed to the wall, how do I get it off to charge the battery? Because it's going to be a lot of grief, isn't it, every time you do that with it? I agree, it would have been, but they've thought of something very ingenious with this. And this little clip here, look at that, you see that? And away goes the bracket. So the camera comes off, the bracket stays fixed to the wall. When you want to put it back, just slide it in like that, and it will go back into the bracket, and it will clip your back in. So a very ingenious design if you are worried about having to take it down to charge it and undo all the screws. So basically once the bracket's fixed, it's fixed, and you can just clip it in and out as required. Get it up nice and high or whatever, so you'll probably need a ladder or whatever to do it every so often. Or of course you can use a solar panel to keep it charged, which EZVIZ do as an extra. For those of you interested, this is the solar panel that you can get as an extra with this camera if you don't want to keep recharging the battery. You know, talking of rainy days and, you know, things still working in the English weather cameras, I can show you the EZVIZ camera I had last year. I've got it stuck on a post. It's just magnetic, it's not screwed to anything, it's just stuck there, and it works a treat. I'll zoom up to it so you can see it, and it's a long way away, and that's the good thing. The range on it is incredible, and there it is there, and you can see it's bombing hard with rain right at this minute and it is still working. Absolutely a treat. I'll show you an image from it now. There then is the view from that EZVIZ camera I've just showed you, that's stuck on a metal frame up the top of the garden, in all weathers, and it just does the job fantastic. So this new camera, I'm pretty sure it's going to be even better again, because it's got this 360-degree rotation and track and follow. But just to give you some idea, that I think these cameras are finally getting it really together and making some good quality products here. There we are then, my camera is now mounted, and we'll try it out, see what it looks like. There is the view, the back of my house, from the camera on the summer house. Of course, what I do like as well is you can of course zoom in and zoom into any areas you want of significance, which is pretty good, isn't it? There's my yucca. What do you think of that? It's lovely yucca, isn't it? Take a little whiz through the settings now then. This is on power setting working mode, which is the one it kind of recommends really. Power saving, and that's the one. Gives you the longer amount of time for the camera to work without charging the battery. Moving on to a very important one, and that is the intelligent detection bit here. You can have it for PRR still, which will obviously fire off at everything that moves, but the one we want is human shape detection. That's the one we're interested in, isn't it? So that's good. And we've got detection sensitivity, which you can bring up or down to 100% or down, and the detection zones, that's a really good one, whereby you can kind of just have spots, hot spots if you like, for detection. So if I wanted those doors over there, I could just do that, and those doors are now protected. So it's all good. If you just wanted the back door there, you could do that, and basically just have hotspot zones. So it's a great idea. Another really important one is the notifications. This is the one that we want to make sure we're getting on our phones. So you can have a light notification. Okay, the camera lights will be flashing when the detection is triggered. That's on the actual camera itself, and I guess that's designed to kind of tell the person that's been picked up that the camera has caught them and they are being recorded. You got your message notification and offline notifications. Next up, audio settings. I usually leave those on. Device prompt and audio generally for the videos. You've got image settings there, and original, soft and vivid. I've got mine on vivid. I like it like that. I've got it set to colour night vision. I know it means the light has to come on for the night light, but you can have it black and white, of course, if you want to, down there. Okay, so all pretty good. Another important one here, the PTZ settings, and this one is the human tracking. So when it's enabled, the camera will automatically follow human movement. That's one we want on, isn't it? So we're going to put that one on. I think that is a very important one. And lastly, the battery life. After that we've got Cloud Play. You do get a free trial. Obviously you've got to pay for it after that. And a record list, because I've got an SD card in there, so you can then look at all the recordings you've got of anything that's untoward. You've got security settings for the actual camera itself, so that you can code it and make it difficult for anyone to try and get a link onto it. And my network settings, device information, you can share the device with someone else. Lastly, I think this is a very good little one here, the Wi-Fi signal strength. Okay, so I've got medium strength there, and considering that the actual camera is quite a long way from my modem, I think that's very good indeed. So here's a clip on the SD card. This was me coming up and sort of lining the camera up onto the summer house a little bit better, just so you can see. I can actually do it on the controller, of course, but I just wanted to get it about right for you guys. Right, I've set the camera up for activation now, and the light, so it should pick me up and switch on. Let's just see. Yes, and the light's on to give me a warning. I've been detected, which is good, and the camera started to follow me around, as you can see, and it's followed me completely round to there. That is pretty good, I think. Now I know we're on camera and the camera is tracking me round in position. We'll have a look at the SD card now. Here I am then, coming up out of the house and aiming the camera at the camera, so to speak, and you can see it's tracked me round beautifully. Pretty good indeed, quite like that. The quality of that is good, and it's still following me around, and that's great. All videos have been played. Well, there's how it performs in the day. Let's now have a look at it in night time, shall we? Right then, here we go. So it's gotten dark. I've put the alarm sounder to come on this time as well, so it makes the noise and you'll hear what it does as we get closer to the camera. Let's see if we can get there now. And in we go. And there she goes. There you can see quite how much lit up with the light. Does a fantastic job. Here I come. There goes your alarm. Camera following me down. The alarm's still going. There we are then, the EZVIZ CB8. If you're interested in one, obviously I've got it in the description below, the link, and you can have a better look at it on their website anyway. That's about it though from me. All my stuff here to go, usual place, they're open 33. Thanks for watching guys, bye bye.